my name is Dmytriy Haidashenko, and I'm CTO at Distributed Lab. Hopefully it is okay that I'm taking my presentation in English. Let's start. This presentation consists of two parts. In first part, I will try to share my experience in management and development of DLT-powered solutions, which go far beyond the proof of concept. And in second part, I would like to tell you how TokenD platform can help you to resolve those issues and common problems which you usually face. So at first, let me say a few words about our company. As you probably already heard, Distributed Lab was founded by Pavel Kravchenko in 2014. And during this period of 4 years, we've managed to grow from 4 engineers to more than 50 developers and researchers. To be able to create such big team, Distributed Lab has been quite heavily investing in education. We have performed dozens of university courses and seminars, and the total amount of participants was around 20,000. But what's more relevant to this presentation is that we've managed to actually deliver more than 12 production-ready projects in various fields, from first decentralized auction. You've probably heard of it in our previous presentations, which currently switched from privatization of state property to some business cases. And another project goes to far beyond those use cases to decentralized capital marketplace. So let's get started on the topic of the presentation. So there are actually lots of problems which you usually face if you want to build your business on DLT. So the most common problem, and in my personal experience, it's like even for companies who are outsourcing this stuff, is that it's really difficult to find qualified personnel for your project. And actually those resources cost significant amount of money due to a spike on ICO market. But even now, when this stuff starts to go down, it's still difficult to find some decent developers who are experienced in DLT. This problem actually leads to another significant problem for the business, is that the costs are quite high for the project to be developed. And what is more important, as time to market is also super significant. So in our experience, when we first started to develop those projects in 2015-16, it usually took us about a year and a half to actually deliver the production-ready project. And for some cases, for some businesses, it was so bad they didn't even make it to the end. Another problem with inexperienced developers in DLT field is that you will probably have low level of security, as everyone will start to develop their own bicycle, and they will face some problems like, if it's okay, if DevOps will have the access to your hot wallet keys, should you somehow use multi-sig, but if you do it, should you create some 2 separate teams which will not interact between each other, so they won't be able to do anything bad to a project. And what is also important is that usually those projects lack the ecosystem. So it's around 40% of the project to develop business logic on DLT level, but another 60 goes to developing of auxiliary modules, web wallets, etc., which will fully power your system. And now let's start with common requirements for those DLT-based projects. The main requirement for your, on initial stages, for your business model to validate it is that it should have predictable operational cost. You are not able to validate it with investors if you are not aware how much will it cost you to manage one user. If you would like to be compliant with regulatory requirements, you also will need to develop some KYC process. And this actually, it seems like quite easy process to just gather some information about your user in a simple form. However, usually the verification will have to be split on two parts. The first part will be in-house, fully manual process where you will be able to identify if you have like some botnets who are spanning several accounts to be able to get some funds on airdrops. And the second part would be some integration with external system, which will actually do some sanction screening and extended verifications. Also, for DLT-based projects, it's super important to have a good user experience. And in case of like some of the public networks, you are not able to guarantee transactions through output and finality. If someone has started another CryptoKittens, your platform could just stop working and you will get really bad user experience. And yeah, as I already said, the DLT part is significant, but it's not the only part for a system to be functional. You will also need to have lots of integrations with external systems. Like usually when new projects comes to us, they start to say, okay, I want to have like dozens of cryptocurrencies integrated, and usually integration of one cryptocurrency takes a development team to around 1 month. Okay, so now let's have a small comparison of like some of the most popular platforms on the market. So with Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's quite obvious that it's difficult to deliver good user experience, as you are sharing lots of infrastructure, and if something goes wrong with the network due to high load or because of new cool ICO, your platform could stop working. What is more important, Bitcoin especially provides some low-level basic functionality, so it's super difficult to start building the application without good experience in this platform. With Ethereum, you will need to find developers who are well experienced in Solidity, and sometimes it's really pain in the ass. For some enterprise level solutions like Core Dmytriy and Hyperledger Fabric, it seems to be a bit better, as they're using some common languages like Java and Go. However, you will need to develop lots of logic from the scratch. And what's more, you will need to develop your end user applications. With TokenD, actually comparing TokenD to those platforms, it's not a right decision, as first of all, TokenD is not like blockchain platform. It's more like the application layer over the blockchain layer. So it's possible to integrate TokenD with various systems like Hyperledger Fabric, Stellar, or Tendermint. So what are the benefits of the TokenD platform? First of all, it's low customization costs. As it is possible for some of the use cases, it's possible to fully configure your system within few clicks or in admin panel, or within few lines of code on your init scripts, which also delivers the main feature for new businesses is short time to market. As I already said, TokenD is platform agnostic, so if you have some partnership with IBM or other companies, it is possible to migrate to Hyperledger Fabric or any other solution which supports some of the basic functionalities. It's quite, we built TokenD platform with feeling of the usual problems developers face. So we've tried to build it in a way that it's really easy to integrate external systems. If you would like to track some user actions in the platform, or you would like to list another cryptocurrency for your platform. And what is actually more important, and as we are using some private networks which can be connected to the public ones, you have predictable operational costs. How actually we are able to deliver those features? So TokenD platform is, as I've said, it's about 40% of business logic on DLT layer, and most of other stuff happens in auxiliary modules. So we have lots of interconnections with external DLTs, external exchanges, payment gateways, and banks. We also provide fully functional KYC process, which is compliant with GDPR. And also, besides those manual checks, which usually delivered, we have some integrations with identity verification services, which provide you some sanction screening and other extended checks. Let's talk about use cases and some success stories. So we had a partner, Shelf Network, which focused on now as a pivot from private state privatization to actually the secondary market for cars. They found out that for their use case, they would actually need in-house payment system to be able to deliver to their clients some features like micropayments. And to do that, they actually need a new platform. So we were able to build it within 4 days. And this platform managed to get Georgian e-money license. Another use case for our platform is tokenization of collateral coins, pharmaceuticals, luxury items, and art. And another success story for this one is that with National Bank of Lithuania, we managed to win the hackathon with our platform by delivering fully functional system. Also, we had another partner which wanted to perform tokenization of the art in their gallery, and within two weeks we managed to customize the web client layer and deliver the platform to them. Also, another good use case for tokenization platform in general and TokenD in special is tokenization of commodities. It's super easy to represent those assets as tokens, and such approach also provides some benefits like interconnection with external systems, so you're actually able to use some primary market exchanges which actually trade in the gold and move those funds to a system. It also provides a real-time audit, so it's possible for you to make an agreement with some external audit company, and they will be able to perform those audits in real time. That's all for me. So if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.